Hello viewers, from KID-AFANdiscoveries, me na Justice A.M. Tijan and this na your program Salonediscoveries. Today na Monday the 19th September 2022 and currently we dey na the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone for witness them press briefing where they hold today for updates the public concerning the first phase of the voter registration process. Well, we dey also today for can witness how the press briefing they go. Stay with me as we discover this together.
Okay, good afternoon again. We have two press statements, one on the voter registration process and the other one in response to media allegations on the procurement process of the voter registration equipment. The first statement, press statement by the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone on the update of the field data capture at the end of the first phase on 19 September 2022. Good afternoon all, and thank you for coming to this press briefing. On behalf of my colleague commissioners and staff, I wish to give you the following updates on the voter registration process. You may recall that last week on 14 September, the Commission published a public notice indicating our commitment to end the first phase of the voter registration exercise on 17 September 2022 and begin the second phase on the 20th September 2022 to 4th October 2022. The Commission is pleased to announce that the first phase ended as scheduled successfully and the data is being processed. Currently, our field staff are on the deployment right across the country to begin the second phase of voter registration tomorrow, 20th September 2022 at 7 a.m. The public should note that 1,815 centers will open for all eligible Sierra Leoneans of voting age and those who will be 18 years old on 24th June 2023 as polling day to present themselves and update their details. Furthermore, the citizen should be reminded that the center will be open right across the country in all 446 wards in every constituency and district. This is an opportunity for eligible citizens who could not make it in the first phase to find the nearest center in their community. Documents required for registration are valid Sierra Leonean passport, previous voter ID card, a national identity card, certificate of registration from NCRA, a valid Sierra Leonean birth certificate. At the same time, we warn all those who intend to do or encourage double or underage registration not to attempt because they will be caught and prosecuted. The Commission reminds citizens that it is a crime punishable by law and has the means to identify culprits, and such persons will be prosecuted. In the first phase, we had challenges which we share with stakeholders. The Commission is grateful for the teamwork of all our staff and observers, and I'm pleased that we have met those challenges. We look forward to more positive engagement with stakeholders and other partners, including political parties. The ECSL Situation Room has been active, receiving calls from all over the country, and we continue to provide that service throughout this registration period. The public is reminded that the contact number remains the same, 838 on AfriCell QCell, and Orange on all toll-free access. All other actions point such as charging of the equipment, VVK, VIU, and solar batteries, first-time voters have been addressed. We have put in place generator hire scheme, bike hire, and we have updated the VVK to capture all first-time voters who will be 18 years old on 24th June 2023. On behalf of colleague commissioners and staff, I will now give you a summary of provisional data collected based on 80% of centers reported for phase 1. Provisional first phase registration data based on reports from 80% of centers. Eastern region, 269,110 provisional registered. Northern region, 241,827. Northwest region, 188,048. Southern region, 295,759. Western area, 350,432, giving a provisional total of 1,345,176 as at today, based on the 80% of results reports received. I want to emphasize that this is a provisional result because it has to go through quality control mechanism before we come out with the final total registered number. The second press statement on voter registration procurement. The attention of the Commission has been drawn to some misinformed allegations against the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone regarding the procurement of voter registration equipment and system. The ECSL is therefore making the following clarifications. The ECSL carry out two separate and distinct procurement activities using the international competitive bidding process with regard to A, supply of 2,000 high specification laptop computers of 2 terabyte storage capacity and accessories including 2,000 fingerprint scanners, 2,000 USB drives, and 2,000 laptop carrying boxes, etc. Supply of voter registration software, that's another component, to verify and confirm registrants who present themselves for voter registration by using biometric authentication. The third part is supply of 1,850 portable solar-powered generators. The ICB, that's the International Competitive Bidding Procurement Process, required international bidders not registered in Sierra Leone to provide evidence of business partnership with businesses that are registered in Sierra Leone. Local bidders who are registered and based in Sierra Leone were not required to meet these requirements. The ECSL ensured that the evaluation of bids received follow the standard procurement stages of evaluation. A, preliminary evaluation, technical evaluation, and financial evaluation. The ECSL further ensured that only bids that have successfully gone through the preliminary and technical evaluation were allowed to be evaluated at the financial evaluation stage. At the financial evaluation stage, the ECSL selected the most responsive bidder with the lowest price for the above-mentioned procurement activities. As a mandatory requirement, the National Public Procurement Authority endorse the evaluation decisions of ECSL regarding the above-mentioned procurement activities. The NPPA reviewed the entire procurement processes and approved the evaluation decision of ECSL with the assurance of no objection clearance. The ECSL has received all the items as specified in the above-mentioned procurement activities: laptop computers, scanners, USB drives, voter registration software, and portable solar power generators. The ECSL is also ensured that the ECSL inscription is clearly engraved on all 2,000 laptop computers supplied. The ECSL reassured the public of its commitment to uphold its guiding principles, to continue to adhere to the applicable laws and regulations regarding its procurement activities. Endorsed by the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
I would like to use this session to just confirm what the Chief Electoral Commissioner just said, based on the procurement that were carried out for this voter registration exercise. The 2,000 laptops that the chair just mentioned with the inscription of ECSL is clearly visible here, both from the back of the laptop and also inside of the laptop. So when this laptop is in fact powered on for the first time, you will see the ECSL logo is displayed. So this also serves as a tool for you guys out there. Whenever you see, as far as you are concerned, this laptop are currently being used by the ECSL. So if you find any laptop in any corner that carries this inscription ECSL, and if powered on, you see the ECSL logo, you can also help us as citizens to make sure that particular laptop is brought to the ECSL. Furthermore, you can also see 2,000 of these were procured for this exercise, and then each with the case also inscribed ECSL on the back. It has a soft layer where the laptop can actually lie without, being shocked, even if it drops. We also procured 2,000 Suprema scanners as part of the bid process. And then we have here the solar panel, also 1,815 was bought. And then we have the solar power generator. This actually, the solar panel charges this, and then this one sends power to the laptop. And it also has a lighting facility intake. You are walking up to Electoral, you can have this light here, and it gives you light for that process where you can complete, for example, your form, allows you to pack your items at that particular center before moving. We also have the USB drives. The USB drive we also find the same ECSL inscription, all our USB drives. Onto the hard drive, you also have the same thing. So for all the items that are procured, with the exception of the solar panel and the generator, all the other ICT equipment they are all carrying the ECSL label. So basically, the software, I'm sure some of you guys have gone to the field to register. What was used to register you is what we refer to as the software. So we all know it's not something that we can see physical. So the software is in the field, it's on the laptop. If you follow this one, you find it there. The scanners, the box, and the other equipment were all supplied as mentioned by the chair. Thank you very much.
ECSL awarded contracts to competent people who will give 1 month to deliver, and they deliver on time. Otherwise, we should have not started the registration process. I also want to confirm here that all the procurements we did was funded, or is being funded by the government of Sierra Leone. And therefore, it's also not true that the EU has provided $10 million to the ECSL to procure this equipment, and we have squandered the money. So tell them that that's not true. Thank you.
In no circumstance, tell them.
Ladies and gentlemen, The Sierra Leone police has the legal mandate to support the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone when they are actually doing the registration. It is the same legal mandate we have to provide support for the National Civil Registration Authority when they are when they are gathering data. And so for the first phase, we provided police officers to provide protection. While providing protection, those whose conduct disrupted in one way or the other were initially warned, but if it was persistent, that will actually bring about a halt. We are given a full mandate to arrest them, investigations to be conducted, and for them to be brought to the law, for them to face the full force of law. And in the past 2 weeks, the first phase, we got complaints. Some arrests actually were made directly by the police officers present. The country is divided into 6 regions. So in the Freetown area, we have the Freetown East, the Freetown West, and then we have Koloko, Bo, McKinney, and Kenneman. And so they all have their regional commanders, and they have their divisional LUCs who were actually tasked to deploy and coordinate from time to time. We were also providing coordination from higher levels and ensure that where there were constraints, we ensure that those constraints without delay were resolved. And so for Freetown West, they got a total of 9 cases. That means 9 reports we made, 16 suspects arrested. Out of the 9 cases they received, investigation concluded, 2 were charged directly to court.
Well, viewers, you self don't watch and listen as we don't bring you today press briefing where come out from the Electoral Commission for Sierra Leone, and as you don't listen from the Electoral Commissioner, we don't bring you the updates as to what's be done the happen inside the first phase for the voter registration process. Well, you don't listen and it don't bring what are the issues then so far where be done the happen within the first phase of the voter registration. Me na Justice E.M. Tijan, and I want to say plenty thank you to my executive producer Dr. Aisatu Kake Jalo and to my cameraman Mohammed Sky Bangora. So till we meet again, I want to say peace.